standpoint, whether that's for your weekly production reporting, commissioning, or simply gaining access to the global database files. So with that said, we'll walk into that a little bit here. So this is the global database spreadsheet. This is where everything starts. So all of the data that is in KIT is in this spreadsheet. We pre-populate this through our pre-construction process as much as we possibly can. So some of the data that you'll see here that would get pre-populated, equipment numbers, drive tos and froms, rooms and areas, equipment descriptions, equipment device names, horsepower, FLA, wire size, wire type, conduit type, all those sorts of things are in this spreadsheet. So again, pre-construction fills out as much of this as humanly possible with the data that we have at the time of completing this. Then we take this file and we go into KIT and we upload it simply by hitting that button. Ask me which file I want to upload, and you'll see that's uploaded successfully. Once I hit that upload button, what ends up being created is this SQL database file, which is the front end of KIT. As you can see, it is identical information from the spreadsheet into this system, and this is what KIT is operating off of real time. Now getting into the exact project that we're talking about here, 8308229, we can look at the project management summary page, which shows you percent completes for conduit, wire pulled, terminations, underground, above ground, and then your automation and PLC testing here, also with an automation issues button or icon that lets us know exactly what obstacles are in the way of commissioning this system. Getting into a little bit more on that automation side, because I know how important that is to you guys, this is all of the IO on the site that needs to be tested. You can see that it's a pretty long list here. We can delineate PLC testing, HMI testing, and then we have this comment section. So as you noted before, we had some automation issues. I think the system currently says there are 6 now. If I were to come in here and say that something's in our way, I'm going to detail what that might be. We go back to the overview section. You can see that there is another automation issue that's been added to the system. So really trying to convey here from our commissioning team to our construction team and vice versa, what are the obstacles in our way of being able to complete those certain items within that commissioning scope. I know data was really important to you guys as well, so want to go into the reporting features. We can dial in reporting by equipment areas and by equipment rooms. So you can see within each one of these areas the associated rooms and all of that data. So this is the consolidated percent complete with a little bit more granularity to it. We can do this also, same icons exist within those rooms and areas as well if we want to get very, very granular with it. At any point in time, I can export this data and send it to anybody that I want. The data will come out of here looking like this. Pull up here. So I can do that for percent completes. I can also do that for any of the raw data files. If I want to know, say, for example, you guys asked me to communicate exactly what we are for percent complete on conduit in a particular area or within the project. I can also export that into a CSV file. Computer's a little slow today, but it's going to pop up here. As you can see, you have your areas, your room numbers, your conduit ID number, and the percent complete of that raceway. It also does tell you if it's above ground or underground as well. Thinking more globally here too, from a data access standpoint for you guys, which I know is something very important to you, I can go into the overviews page for the entire project, hit the equipment tab, and I can export, sorry, hit that twice. I can export and open every single component of data through a mass export right through this button. This is a big file, so it's going to take a second here. Thinking about it. There we go. Now you can see that the entire database file for the entire project with all of the data points that have been discussed and have been entered into KIT can be exported that simply. Now, the important thing to note here is that on the initial upload, we fill out as much information as we possibly can, obviously, to make that a little bit more streamlined. But this data, particularly what's in these columns, which this data is derived throughout the entire piece of kit, but this is the device homepage here, basically your profile of that device. All of this data gets updated on a regular basis. So as the design progresses, as things change in the field, whatever the case might be, this this device page is getting updated, thus updating that export page that I just showed you guys. So everything that we are tracking on this job is fully and readily and completely accessible through Microsoft, CSV, and Excel with the click of a button. So with that, I hope that we covered all of the data questions that you guys had in a little bit better detail today than we did previously. And if you guys have any questions, we'd be happy to talk a little bit more, do more kit demos, talk through the data, how we can manipulate it, how we can set it up to better suit what you guys need to see by floor, by area, whatever that might be. We can cater it to you guys. We can cater it to the construction process. We obviously need that feedback from you guys to make this tailor-made for you. But we can do just about anything with the data that we have. So appreciate the time. I hope you guys are willing to give us an opportunity to work on this Richardson projects for you. I don't think you'll be disappointed, and we're excited at it. So thank you.